No shade, Chris Paul. I think you're an amazing basketball player.
Love your
And
work.
you look very good too. You're very handsome. You weren't needed as a special guest at the reunion. You remember Chelsea and Kwame?
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, Chelsea helps with the casting. She doesn't make the final decisions, but she
Yeah.
helps with the casting.
Mm-hmm.
So, bitch, I might need to DM Chelsea.
Do not DM that bitch.
How did you feel about hearing the fucking news that your ex-fiance got pregnant by this random ass man within 3 months of just knowing someone?
What's up, family? Welcome back to another episode of Look at the Material podcast. I'm your host, VK, and I'm joined here today with my beautiful sister and yapper in crime, Miss Tia Torres. Say what's up to the family.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back. We got to get into this so-called reunion.
So let's just start off with overall thoughts on this reunion, or like you just so brilliantly put, so-called reunion. What were your thoughts on this bland ass mess of a cast and the host and everything? What were your just overall thoughts on the reunion?
Thanks for giving us nothing. Like,
Literally.
for giving us nothing. I've been said this for a while now as far as like the host. I don't think Nick Lachey and Vanessa Lachey should be hosting the reunion because they don't dig into people's ass enough for me.
Yeah.
They don't get into the nitty gritty. They like to make little small talk between the cast. And also they do show a lot of, I don't know if it's on purpose, but they do show favoritism and they show biased opinion.
Very obviously, because we know like hosts have done that in the past, but they take it to another level. I agree.
They do. And also just like the little random shits. I don't know if they like to throw in random shit in reunions as like icebreakers or just like funny, humorous moments. But no shade, Chris Paul. I think you're an amazing basketball player.
Love your
And
work.
you look very good too. You're very handsome. You weren't needed as a special guest at the reunion. It's like, I get like the basketball reference, but then again, I don't. You really low key. I mean, I know he made a bag. I know they paid him a good check to show up for a few hours, but no shade, you weren't needed. And then the performer in the beginning wasn't needed. The grand entrances weren't needed.
Skip through the whole shit. Skip through the whole hit plus 10, plus 10, plus 10, plus 10.
When have they ever done a grand entrance like that?
That was so.
And then y'all choose to do it on Denver's Denver's season, not any of the other seasons that actually gave. For real. I mean, I think I was hyped up for that because I was really, really excited to see the reunion. I was thinking about it all day. I was like, oh my God, I cannot wait to sit down and watch it tonight. I was yawning. Genuinely, I was yawning.
I mean, I have to agree with you. I feel like the intro alone was like, it was a perfect example of the whole season and the cast. You got a lot going on and nothing going on at the same time.
Yeah.
I was like,
that's a good way to put it. That literally describes the whole season.
Like, I genuinely, I turned it on. And then after I was like, oh, they're going to do this for everyone. I was like, skip. What are we doing? I felt like that was a waste of time. Like that just took up a lot of filming time. Yeah. I also feel the same way about the Chris Paul thing because it was just like, okay, if you wanted to have that segment, I still think it's a very confusing and corny idea. Like, if you want to use that, why was it so long?
It was so long.
It actually didn't make sense.
And it didn't make sense. We'll get into more of that because it also coincides to Casey and, Patrick's, debacle, whatever the fuck.
Yes.
Baby. I also that Jezebel spirit, but we gonna talk about it later.
I also agree with the hosts. I feel like in the history of reality TV, there are just like so many more journalists you can tap, or like reality TV show hosts with experience you can tap. And my thing is too, you could have got away with this season 1, season 2. We're
Right.
in season 9 and we're still getting nothing burgers of reunions. And for me, I will say I let myself get a little excited about it. I was like, okay, we'll see. But I also still had a very big chunk of me that was like very skeptical.
Yeah.
And I just feel like usually they'll show funny moments from the show to break the ice. Like they'll be like, let's look back at some funny moments and some BTS footage that you didn't see. That's funny. They didn't even do that. My bar is usually really low for Love is Blind reunions, but this underperformed for me.
Yeah. This is worst.
I just kind of think it's like we need an overhaul because it was boring. I was yawning. The hosts were giving me nothing. The follow-up questions weren't there. And the cast themselves, I was like, what are we doing here? Nobody is interesting enough for this.
No one's interesting. And you know what, Netflix? If you ever watch this, I got a few people that can be the host. Nina Parker. Not only was she amazing on Love and Hip Hop's reunions, she also did, E News, TMZ, like all this. I love her down. She gives it to the girls.
The journalist?
No, blonde girl.
Actually a journalist,
No, she's literally a journalist. So her, Andy Cohen, duh, and all these people that specialize in reality TV. This is what they do. So y'all need to go ahead and call them. Let Nick and Melissa. Wait, is
yes.
My bad. Let Nick and Vanessa just be the producer of the show, or just like the host as far as like the men's, in the beginning of the show where they introduce the men and
yeah,
that shit,
fitting shit.
Yeah, y'all are great at that. Okay,
yeah.
But as far as the reunion piece,
no,
because there were so many moments I'm like, ask this or ask that, or like, what is like literally I'm at the TV like, what is this like? Like, what's going on? Like, seriously, like, what the fuck? But, I mean, we have stuff to talk about, y'all. Not that much, but we can still get into some things.
Yeah, I guess on that note, there were a couple moments that we could flesh out a little bit, starting with Jordan and Megan. I feel like this was the biggest cliffhanger because, we end the season with her being like, I don't know if I'm fit to be a mother. And then social media and shit, we find out that she is a mother. And so we were like, okay, like, let's see how they get into the tea with them. She does have a baby now, and it's with someone new. She said they got pregnant 3 months after they met, I believe.
3 months.
So it was someone new that someone, like, I guess a mutual friend introduced her to. And he was actually in the audience. And I feel like that was awkward. Like, what did you think about that moment?
Honestly, and this is no shade, Jordan, I really do hope you find the love of your life, but when people move so fast like that, they were already emotionally checked out way prior. Ain't no way you was so in love with this man. You know how hard that shit is to like get over it and like to actually move on. Not only did she move on, but damn girl, you got pregnant 3 months. The show ended like they said like in March, April. She met that nigga in May.
Yeah.
And then 3 months after basically getting to know him, because you don't know him.
Yeah.
Then you pop up pregnant. Then if you didn't peep, she said, well, it hasn't been perfect.
Yeah.
Bitch, because he's been cheating on you. He's probably not emotionally there.
We don't know that. But it's like, why would she even mention that when you're already admitting we don't really know each other that well? We just met. We have a kid together. It's been rocky. It hasn't been perfect. I mean, and I'm sure part of that is navigating, being on the show and people bullying her and her. Like, I understand. It's probably some of that too. But the fact that she brought it up, like, okay, no, on national television, you're supposed to be a united front, especially with the father of your child, of like, we've been doing good.
Maybe she fed the fuck up with his ass and when they expose him for him to finally listen or something. I don't know.
He was just very awkward too. Not very warm. Like
very awkward, but you could tell that man rich.
Oh yeah. Well,
he's wealthy.
Yeah.
That's all she cared about. She tried to downplay it the whole season. I wish bitches would just be like, what's her name? Brittany. She was a prime example of a bitch that said, hey, I like rich men. And we respected that.
But I think Megan's thing was she expressed that she usually dates wealthy men, but she also expressed the need to have emotional security. Like she wanted both. I don't know that Brittany expressed that she wanted someone that, she wanted a hot rich nigga. That's what she said. But I think Megan was like, the reason she even gave Jordan a chance is because of the emotional side of things. And then ultimately was like, look, I need both. One or the other is not enough. I need both. If it's just money, not really into it. If it's just the love and not the other shit, can't do it. She wants both, but
it's hard to get both. So honestly, it's like they pick which one's more important to you.
And I mean, well, now she has a baby with a wealthy man, so
yes, kudos to you, Meg.
I guess like there wasn't really much there in terms of what the host asked them. It kind of was just like, Jordan, what did you think of the breakup? And
that pissed me off because to me, they were one of the main couple, or they were the main couple, right?
Yes.
Season, right? So the fact that they didn't really dig deep and really ask like just open-ended questions. They aren't asking the right questions to keep the conversation going because their segment alone was very short.
It was short.
It's very short. And on top of that, Jordan, just like the feelings aspect, because you could tell he was still like hurt behind. You could tell he's still hurt behind it.
But that's my thing too. It's like it's not just the women on this show that get really invested when they fall for people on the show. Jordan, who was a really emotionally vulnerable guy on the show, but he was like a man's man, but also like a gentle giant, you know? It was really hard to see that. And I was just surprised that like they put them first, because usually when you put them first, like you're gonna get a shorter kind of like segment. And we kind of glazed over them, and then KB and Edmund were at the end, so it was just I just was like, damn, like they made this show watchable and believable this season. And we're just kind of like, yeah, things are good. I'm a mom, he's good, Luca's good.
There was nothing. Because Vanessa, what you should have asked was, how did you feel when Megan moved on so fast after you get knocked up?
Knocked up is fucking crazy. But I don't know. I was left wanting more from this section.
Me too. I want to know like how things were after, the breakup, or did y'all ever have a closure talk after, or how did you feel about hearing the fucking news that your ex-fiance got pregnant by this random ass man within 3 months of just knowing someone?
Like, how did you feel about her adapting to parenthood so quickly when she couldn't get there with you? Or like shit like that, where it's just like
where she was so scared, to be a stepmom and a mom and
which I think those fears were really real. Like she was having real considerations about, is my life more important than having a child? I thought my purpose on this earth was to be a mother, and can I really adapt my lifestyle to include a whole other human being? That was a real consideration I think she was making. But it is very jarring to then go from that to like, someone introduced us and 3 months later we're parents to this child. That's just very interesting to me. I just don't understand that. I mean,
maybe she got pregnant, by accident, and clearly we know she's conservative. She has conservative views. Obviously, they wouldn't be pro-choice.
Yeah. No, that could be what happened too. Something that definitely perked my ear about something she said was like, it is the most important thing, or like, I was put on this earth to be a mother, or like there was something really like specific about the way she said it. And she was mentioning that in the pods too, when she was crying to Jordan and she was like, what if I can't have a child? And what does that mean for my life's purpose? And it's like, it's okay to want to be a mom, but I think like what feminist movements and what this conversation about like gender roles, seeks to open up for people is that like, it's okay to want those things and more than being a mother. And it's like, you have multiple purposes in life,
right?
To be your sole identity. That was just some of my thoughts with like,
but
I think ultimately, let's like, look, this reality TV, we want mess, we want drama, we want you to flesh out a little bit more. But ultimately, I feel like it was really cordial. It was really mature.
I mean, there's no tension, no beef or nothing. I think they're good. They're good.
Yep.
Everyone's good.
Everyone's good.
Everybody would say, I'm fine. Like, everything's good.
We're good.
We're good.
Okay. Speaking of time spent on certain couples, I was very confused about the time spent on Casey and Patrick and Casey and Joe and Casey and Brandon and Casey. I know that was a big part of the show, but quite frankly, like, she didn't even go to Baja, but that got more time than Megan.
That segment was long as fuck.
Starting with the basketball, playing basketball for the ring shit.
And this is no shade, Patrick. I get it. I get you want I get you want the ring back, right? But it's one thing if you actually bought the motherfucking ring, but you didn't. Production fucking gives y'all rings. Bitch, you didn't have to pay anything.
Right.
And you were so pressed to get this motherfucking ring back to the point where y'all are competing with the hoop and the ball, doing three. They did like 3 rounds or some shit like that.
They did so many rounds of shooting the
I
basketball.
was just like,
mind you, this segment was connected to a very insignificant portion of the pod date shit. Like,
they thought that was like their moment to where, like, they were like, oh yeah, like this is the one, like, yeah, this is
right.
like our like sign because she's just so cool. Like she's sick.
She's fucking sick, bruh. She's like one of the bros.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she wanted the bros and she loved the bros.
Oh, okay. We got to back up a little bit.
We do have to back up
and talk about the segment before the basketball section where
Casey's a fucking liar.
So what? I'm like, so she doesn't remember anything. Nothing is ever true.
Nothing.
Never did it. But then that's the thing. It felt so fucking redundant to do the basketball section because they had already hashed it out when Casey was like, look, I brought the ring, here you go. And he basically was like, it was off principle. You fucking left me high and dry, and I feel like off principle, I want the ring. Truthfully, I feel like both of y'all should give that shit back to production, as you said, because production fucking got it.
He did owe him an apology. I can agree with that.
Him an apology, and I feel like he wanted the apology coupled with the symbolic thing of like, here, like, this is not mine to keep because I left you high and dry. You proposed to me, and I deceived you. I made it seem like it was something that it wasn't. But I feel like he already hashed it out, and it's like, yeah, thank you, Casey, and I just want to thank you so much for saying that, Casey. I'm like, okay, Patrick.
Why does that sound
just like him? Can you just say it? Can you just like apologize and say it and just because I want to move on. I want to move on from this. I want to move on. Oh my god, this couple gives me fucking nothing. They gave me nothing.
And the thing is, she was not sorry. She didn't mean that shit. You could tell by her energy and her like body language, like the bitch just said it so you could shut the fuck up and we could actually move on with somebody else. Talk about somebody else at this point.
So, and then like, what was that thing about sending TikToks? Like he had sent a TikTok and then he took it down, or like,
I don't know what the fuck she's talking about. Cause I mean, we saw that one where he, the one, what was it? He was like,
give me my ring back.
It was like a Drake. It was like a Drake lyric.
Yeah.
Patrick,
I will say the men this season are just like so unlikable. Oh my god. Either they're so boring that I'm like, I would rather watch paint dry.
Jordan was my favorite.
They're just dickish. Yeah, Jordan was cool.
And that don't say much.
But I will say when Jordan kikis with Joe, that's his most ick for me. Like, I hate how buddy he is with Joe because I'm like, ugh.
Because Joe brings out that side out of Jordan, like that frat boy energy. They're just immature together. That's why they're bonding. They bond over immaturity. Because
there it is.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it is. But I feel like with the whole Casey Patrick thing, they didn't ask her, why did you keep jumping on him? And why, like, there just was so much that like didn't get addressed with all that.
Or how about why did you flat out just not tell the truth?
And that part came up, but she didn't. She gave the runaround. Like, I don't know what her answers were. I can't tell.
You can't tell me how to feel about you. I care about you. I still love you. Like, girl, really? You really didn't care that much because you went from this other nigga to this other nigga.
You got busy in the pod squad, as they call it.
She did, baby. She was a pass around in the pod squad, honey.
I can never tell when Casey's lying or not.
I think she's full of shit. Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't believe anything that she says. I think she's just a weirdo. and just plays victim, uses her white woman tears. Like I can't.
Yeah.
I can't. And it's just so dangerous. I just can't fuck with hoes like that. Especially white bitches like that. That type of white woman.
Top. I guess that brings me to Casey and Joe. Like
how the fuck? And then my thing is, your ass was probably talking to Madison in them fucking in them women's quarters, talking about I love you, girl, love you, we're besties, we're sisters, da whole time, bitch. As soon as they fucking broke up, bitch, you hopped right on his penis. And it backfired because bitch, you thought you was different, huh? You thought you was different because you are quote unquote the more type that Joe would go for than Madison. But baby, he treated you and walked you like a motherfucking dog the same way that he did Madison. Baby, that you were not special. And it seemed like you got your feelings caught up in it, honey. You was feeling him more than he was feeling you. And I'm pretty sure y'all fucked because Joe, clearly, he loves to fuck. He loves to get drunk. He loves to party.
Yes, yes.
He just, so he fucked you and he dipped. Talking about it fizzled out. Nah, bitch. Joe, you probably ghosted her. Let's just keep it a buck.
Okay, peep. Because I peeped the way she was looking to him to like initiate some of the responses, like, what happened, why'd you fizzle out, when'd you get together, and define what it was. They said they dated for a month and some change. Well, of course they fucked. I think that she also was downplaying. So what you gonna say that my bitch Madison is literally lying about what she saw with her own two eyes, and the fact that she was flirting with Joe about the pause.
She put the pause on him.
Pause. The open chest pause, and she goes, no, that just didn't happen. Like, she just kept saying that.
It's like, because probably, bitch, you were fucking drunk out of your mind because, bitch, we know you like to drink too.
Yeah, maybe no. Maybe she didn't remember.
Yeah, maybe, but it's like, okay, girl, like, they saw it. And then they should have brought the new motherfucking girlfriend that Joe's dating now, who did that interview, like, last week, saying, you did the same thing.
And speaking of that relationship, I do wish that she was there because sometimes they invite them and ask them questions in the audience and shit, like their friends or their parents or whatever. They've done that in the past.
Yeah.
I wish they would have asked her some questions because
baby,
it's very obvious that there was overlap. It's very obvious that Joe was being sneaky, manipulative, slimy. He was sloppy. He kind of skated a lot in his, like, he didn't really give much. And I just feel like when it comes to their relationship, him and Audrey or Aubrey, whatever the girl name is, he said too, well, it was on and off, and then she hated me, and then
and men like that scare me because they think just because you break up for let's just say 8 hours, that gives you the right to go ahead and just jump ship. That's what I think he was doing. Oh, she broke up with me today. That means I gotta fuck somebody new tonight and then get back with her tomorrow. Like, or go ahead and spin the block on one of my old hoes, fuck them real quick, and I'll just wait here until my bitch wanna, be back with me. There's so many women attached to this man. My thing is, what is it about him? Is it that mustache? Because I know with the white boys, like that mustache is a trend. I saw a whole bunch of niggas with that mustache out in Nashville. I ain't gonna lie. Some of them, they look kind of fine. Okay. And a little trucker hat. I was like, okay, y'all look kind of cute. But we're talking about Joe here. Like, he's immature. And if you want to talk about physical, the body ain't body. And since he's just so quick to point out somebody's body, bitch, you don't have a six pack, you don't have abs. So I'm wondering, like, does Joe be putting it down on these bitches? Like, what's the deal like?
What I will say is, Casey was damn near at the brink of tears, sitting on that damn stage. He currently has a girlfriend that, despite all this messy shit, is with him, and it was also very clear that Madison was still looking for some closure and shit too. So I don't know what it is with Joe. I think he could be, it's manipulation plus charm. I don't know. I still don't get it.
He is charming. I mean, shit, I don't know. I've never met him. But to me, he didn't really give charming vibes. If we want to talk about a man whore that out of Love Is Blind that, gave that charming energy, was Clay. I could completely understand why, AD was right there into the very end because Clay is very charming. You could tell.
But I kind of think that Clay and Joe have similarities in the sense that a certain type of woman with a certain type of rose-colored glasses is going to fall for the charm of a Joe and a Clay.
For sure.
There was so many signs from both of them.
Oh, yeah.
You can't speak in a complete sentence when it comes to speaking about your feelings. You give mixed signals. You're on and off and on and off. You quick to fuck, quick to make out, but then to dip at the last minute, to invest, but then be skeptical. Both of them doing that shit. So it's a certain type of woman that I feel like would see that and be like, oh, but his jokes are funny and he gave me cuddles and like he dicked me down.
Madison would have went straight to the motherfucking altar if he did not cut things off with her.
Oh, yes.
She would have went straight there and she would have said yes too.
Yes. And I'm so glad that didn't happen because, girl, you were really
all y'all dodged a bullet here. I want y'all to know that. Like, we might talk shit here on this podcast, but for real, all you, Casey, Madison, and listen, the new girl, just it's gonna happen. She's gonna get fed the fuck up too. But y'all dodged a bullet. This man is not changing.
But that's why my advice to Madison throughout all of our episodes with this has been to just love yourself. Like, she does not recognize that she dodged a bullet. She still wants that. She's still like, I'm still trying to get an answer from you as to why. I'm still trying to get.
Yeah, I was kind of confused on what she was like.
Is the clarity. Like, stand up.
She's like, he's moved on. He got another woman now. It's been over a year and a half. Like, what more do you need?
But then also, when you see a man be on and off and play and toy with a girl's heart, and you still want that, I'm looking at you crazy. Like, that's what I'm like.
I just thought she just wanted an explanation. Like, I think she just wanted to know why it ended between them two. But to me,
she was already told so many times. And this is still a year and a half later. She still has that same fervor and passionate energy about it.
Yeah.
That's my issue. It's like, girl, he's told you so many times inadvertently by ghosting you, by
you should be over it at this point.
By also fucking your co-star, your co-worker, like that was an allowance.
Your best friend's best friend. Because what's the name?
Yes, Kate and Kate's girlfriend are best friends. Well, that's what I'm saying. You all this shit. So no, I'm confused as to why you need clarity and closure. Bitch, it's already there for you. If you can't take that as a sign to like
he literally less than 24 hours after y'all broke up, then he went ahead and kept fucking Casey, and now he got this new girl.
And Casey still feel away, and you still feel away, and the new girlfriend got embarrassed on national television.
That's what I'm saying. The new girlfriend shit. She probably picked a fight with his ass last night.
Also, speaking of Kate, who is besties with Madison, she mentioned that she was mingling with Brendan outside of the pods, and that she saw that when she linked up at a party with all of them, Casey was all up on Brendan, and Brendan was all up on Kate. So,
like, Casey, first off, Casey, bitches like you, I can't trust. Once again, yes, as a woman, I could, be respectful and say that you dodged a bullet with Joe, but that's it. But Casey, in hindsight and just like knowing the type of bitch you are, you can't be trusted. You're very male-centered. And my thing is, again, and I don't judge what women do with their puss. But my thing is, to be a hoe or be a whatever, be young, wild, and turn and free. Just do it and have it spread out a little bit more. Like, I think there should be some sort of like class and demure a little bit.
I don't. I feel like you should.
If I'm gonna be a hoe, I'm not gonna fuck homeboys.
Okay, in terms of spaced out, I thought you meant like in terms of time.
No. I'm talking about like not fuck the same friend group or the same friend groups. Like, go ahead and do a little dibble over here.
Oh, okay.
Go over here. I think you're probably so-called friends with all these bitches.
I think that's my thing, is that like you can fuck the homies if you want to, bitch. But it's unethical when it involves girls that you were friendly with in their face and shit. Like, that's when because these niggas are easy. They're whores. They're gonna fuck. If you want to fuck, you can fuck. But if it infringes on other girls that you were like friendly with and cool with, and it's like, I don't know, I'm just looking at you sideways.
I'm looking at you sideways regardless. Like I look at bitches sideways whenever they fuck homeboys. I look at bitches sideways whenever they fuck on their so-called friends, X-Men, men, booze, boot that. Like, yeah, I'm looking at you crazy. And she's male-centered. Clearly, she displayed male-centeredness in the pods whenever she was talking about her ex and how he encouraged her to do this and do that. And she did those things. And I don't know if she was doing those things to maybe prove a point or try to like get him back, maybe
impress him. I mean, she basically changed her whole aesthetic based off a girl he was into.
Everybody's face fucking changed. Casey's face changed. Fucking
Annie's
face. I mean,
she was nipped and tucked. I think with Casey, my issue is that she basically said Kate was a liar. She said that did not happen.
Loyalty. Like, she be lying. Like, she has no loyalty to nobody.
She said Madison was lying about putting the 2 paws on Joe. She said that Kate was lying about being all over Brendan. So who? And then she said,
and the new bitch just said it too.
And then she said, Patrick was there. And Patrick was like, I was not at that event.
So what are you seeing? Are you seeing ghosts? Or maybe she probably did see fucking Patrick. Maybe Patrick was haunting her.
Ghost of Patrick.
How dare you?
Give me the ring back.
Girl, Casey, just go ahead, go. Like, honestly, and it was so funny. I literally saw a TikTok where it was Casey, Allie, and Megan. They were doing a TikTok today. I saw it. It was like to that sound, is this fucking Play About Us? I literally scroll. I'm like, y'all are not them girls.
You don't give.
Y'all don't give. I just came back from the dead and they told me, you still not that girl. R.I.P. Rolling Ray. R.I.P. But I had to use your line. I had to use your line, boo, because again, I just came back from the dead and they told me, you still not that girl. Y'all gave nothing. Let it go.
I also felt like the energy on the couch with Annie, Allie, and Casey, the filler central over there. Mind you, everybody had work and shit besides
Allie too. Yeah, Allie got a little something.
Allie, Annie, and Casey, that couch over there, why was it giving cackle and looking and up?
To me, it was giving mean girl energy.
Yes.
And just like, oh, we're better than you. We're more uppity. It's like, girl, pipe the fuck down.
And mind you, the reason y'all are up on the upper rafters is because you're not as important. I hope you know that. That's traditional reality.
You right. Normally, the most important ones are on the couch, not sitting in a high chair where you can't even lean back and rest your back. And then like Allie's comments too. I don't really like how she chimed herself in talking about the ring situation.
It's one of those moments where it was like, yes, we agree with that, because we've even said on this pod today, like, you know, give it back to production, like production bought it, but like, bitch, don't chime in. Okay, so I did want to talk about Kate and Nick, because there was a moment where she kind of clocked his tea and was like, you sound like ChatGPT. You told me and Annie the same shit. You told me and several girls the same shit. And as Kate was saying this to Nick, you know, he was basically like, you know, yeah, I did, and blah, blah, blah. I still give fake. It still gives fake. Like, I still get fake vibes from him. But something that you mentioned earlier, and like, I think is important to note, is that when Kate was like, bro, you were telling me and Annie the same shit. And you were telling me, you were like, I love you till we're 10 feet deep. Like, all this specific stuff. And you told Annie the same thing. So I think you're fake. And Annie was kind of like looking at Kate like, and I think she maybe made that face because she was like, you're basically saying that me and his relationship and marriage or engagement was fake, and it was And it was. And she looked like she was mad at Kate for pointing out that Nick was fake as fuck, saying the same thing to 2 different girls. She was more mad at Kate for pointing it out than she was at Nick for doing the shit.
And doing it right.
Even to the point where Nick was like, no, you can throw me under the bus. And he like, I did fuck up. What did you think about this whole back and forth, the Kate, the Nick, and then Annie's expressions and all that shit?
Just goes back to what I said about motherfucking Casey. These male-centered assholes. They never want to place the blame on where and who it needs to be placed on. Yep. They'd rather tear another woman down or they rather make funny faces at another woman behind this bitch ass nigga, behind a bitch ass man. So yeah, she probably thought like, well, I was actually the fiance, so how dare you say my shit was fake, bitch? You didn't even make it out the pods.
That's what her face gave, period.
I was the fiance. How dare you?
Mind you, Annie, he said all that shit to Kate first. So yeah, you ended up with him, but the only reason you ended up with him is because he blew up on her about not being a fucking Christian.
Mm-hmm.
You were gonna be out of there. So like, I don't even see how she watched that back and didn't even clock that.
Because bitches that are male centered feel as though just because I got him and you, let's just say I got him, you didn't. That means I'm like
I won.
I'm one. Yeah, I got one up on you.
Yeah,
but it's like clearly we saw what happened with that.
He's not the prize, and he's so much so.
And that's the thing. These women want to put men on such a high pedestal, and they want to make it seem like the man is this prize, and it's just like, no. First off, Annie, you had to get drunk. You had to get drunk every fucking day to fucking just stand to be with him and to be in his presence. Because I know y'all weren't fucking. Y'all barely showed affection. Like, this nigga didn't really want to do nothing with you. Like, he wasn't paying attention to you.
Well, okay, he was. They pecked a million.
Not as much as she won't, child, because that's why her ass wanted to pick fights over fucking nothing.
Bitch, what she wanted was in excess, because this man was literally like, I love you. I want to work with you. I love you. I love you so much, Annie. I'm gonna fight for you. He was doing all that shit constantly, to the point where in the middle of a fight where he's affirming her, she's like, I just don't feel like you want me. I love you. He's actively saying, I love you. I want to be with you. I want to get to the altar. Blah 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 blah.
She. Lord. I can't even.
Well, I guess that leads us to their segment. What did you think about Nick and Annie's segment?
She realized that, like, yeah, she was forcing it. She said that. She was like, I saw, like, I kept forcing it. And I know it was either Nick or Vanessa asked her, so then why did you react the way that you did whenever he broke things off with you? And she was like, well, I just wanted to, give it one more try, or like give it another try. And she basically was saying that might be like a bad trait of hers. But again, even with Kate and Nick, like, they kept it short and sweet with them too. Like, it really wasn't that much.
On the production end of things, there could have been a better job of putting in clips from the season. Like, I would have loved for their section for
they
them
normally fucking do.
But I would have loved for them to show a montage of Nick and all his one-liners and pickup lines and all that shit. Like,
they got so lazy this reunion because they always have done that. When someone gets clocked on their tee, they run their cameras back. So for them not to do anything like that is wild to me, because every single reunion has been that.
It's what makes a good reunion in general. And I feel like, especially when it comes to the fact that this was a year and a half ago. Yes, they watched the season as it came out, but a lot of time has passed, all this shit. Even viewers, they might have forgotten what those pod episodes sounded like and what was actually being said. And they're kind of influenced by seeing the cast members on social media and interacting with them that way. So that's why you bring us back into the world of Love is Blind. You don't have fucking Chris Paul do a 10-minute segment. You literally sit there and you remind the people how crazy Nick was talking in that pods and how fake he was in them pods.
Okay. And they talk about sex so fucking much. Ugh. Talking about, yeah, your name it sounds so good in bed.
And then it's like Annie tried to make it seem like, well, of course we all feel some type of way because, we were engaged in all this stuff. It's not about that. Like, okay, this is my thing. Annie was saying, it's a short process. We're all dating each other. Of course, we say the same things to each other. No, that's not what we're talking about, Annie. That's not what Kate was talking about. She was talking about line for line saying, I love you. I'm in love with you. I'm going to fight for you. And then switching on a dime because of the Christian shit and then going to Annie and saying the same thing. That's what we're talking about, Annie. The fact that she did not engage with that at all and was kind of looking at Kate like, well, of course, a lot of the same things were said because we're dating each other. It's like, that's not what she was talking about.
No.
I also think she was drunk as fuck too.
Per usual. She got her hair together. I mean, I can't talk about nobody here right now. But yeah.
No, the new face looks good, the hair looks good.
She look cute. Yeah.
Speaking of tight faces, let's move to Allie and Anton. I really liked Anton's energy more than I liked Allie's energy in this section. I don't know.
I don't know. She gets bitchy vibes. Even to fucking Nick when he asked that fucking question about her dating life. I was like, girl, literally, I just spent much. Girl.
I mean, and I guess it's fine for her to say, look, that's personal or whatever. But the way she said it was such
It was very like bitchy to me.
The way she said it was very like PR-esque instead of like, well, you know, I am enjoying my life and, you know, thanks for like.
Yeah, like you can easily just say some shit like that. Like, you know, yeah, you know, I've been dating, you know, here and there, you know, just taking my time. Boom.
Yeah.
That's it. If I were naked, I'd be like, hey.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we won't ask you anything else.
But that's my thing too. We need hosts that can do a little quick, little witty little thing right there. Where we're not really that invested. We were just asking for an update because you were on a dating show.
Literally, we quite frankly don't give a fuck. But we gotta talk about it because again, you were on Love Is Blind, a national fucking dating show.
Where you literally were engaged and went all the way to the altar, even though you claimed that in Baja you got the ick for him because of his toes and his sandals, bitch. No, the way that she said, superficially, it was the flip-flops. I thought she was going to say, but on a serious note, blah, blah, blah. She never did. She just stayed on the flip-flop thing.
And of course, dumbass production or the fucking editor, why don't y'all place that fucking clip in there at the end? I don't care.
What random?
We're on a beach. Are men supposed to wear sneakers the whole fucking time? Like, come on.
Right.
Like, what was he supposed to wear, bitch? And this is my thing. I know for me, if I don't like the way my man dressed or I don't like the outfit he got on, I'll be like, hey, babe, how about let me go ahead and like, you know, how about you wear this or wear that? Something so minute, something so superficial like that can be changed.
Well, no, she said it was his walk and his toes too. So she said, hopefully he fixed that walk. And then the hosts were like, well, no, hopefully he found someone that appreciates the walk. I feel like I actually got a better idea of like who Allie like really is, even though I know it's an edited reality TV show. I know it's an edited reunion. I feel like the clips that were in there of the reunion gave still nothing. She still gives me nothing. She's still very bland. But I didn't understand like how superficial she was. I feel like during the show, I feel like we talked a lot about her emphasis and her friends even emphasis on like him providing and making a lot of money. He makes good money, not great money. He wants to open a business and all this stuff. But I feel like her talking about the sandals, the toes, the walk, her being like, he can fix that, her not bringing up the bathroom conversation
at all.
And I think they did press her a little bit more on this, which I was glad, where they were like, if this was a big issue and a big hindrance on the engagement, which is what Anton brought up too, why would you not bring that up? I feel like she always looked so pissed with him and that she got the ick with him, but never was forthcoming about the doubts. You basically had doubts because you got the ick in Baja. Why the fuck did we all get all the way to the altar? What did you think about the whole Allie Anton section of this reunion?
Anton, I thought he did well in his segment. Because it was like a whole mic drop moment whenever his friend's girlfriend told you that you made a whole fucking big deal about it at the dinner table. Now come to find out, you never even talked to him about it. You wasted, again, production's dun 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 sound. You wasted our anticipation and our curiosity regarding that. You're not the lamest of the lame, but you almost, yeah. All of y'all are just very off-putting people to me. And I would never move to Denver. Like, and then you're too old to be superficial too. It gets to a point where, okay, yeah, like, I ain't gonna lie, like, I like to use myself as an example a lot because I've been around the world 3 times. I used to be superficial when it came to, you know, like guys, you know, I had to have a certain look. But then it's like, as you get older, your type changes, your ways of thinking change. And the fact that you clearly had to go on this show to do a non-conventional dating journey. So clearly what you've been doing hasn't been working. So you go on Love Is Blind. You know it's Love Is Blind. You're not gonna see how this person walks. You're not gonna see how this person looks. And then you want to complain about stupid ass superficial shit. It's like, all right, bitch. At this point, no man can win. At this point,
Yeah, I you obviously just wanted to get on TV, and I feel
you
like
think so? You think that's her intention? You think
to
so?
me, I feel like that's the only explanation. Just because if you have very specific rules about how much money your man makes and what your man looks like,
Mm-hmm.
you don't go on a show called Love Is Blind. You don't go blind
You
dating.
don't. You don't.
And my thing is too, once she admitted that she got the ick and Baja, and she didn't even really give much explanation as to why.
He doesn't explain nothing.
She never asked him about the shit, so she couldn't get into the alcohol conversations or whatever. And I feel like Anton was like, damn, I was kind of characterized as this like alcoholic party guy, but you never brought any of this shit up to me. And it's like, yeah, I've been to a strip club. Yeah, sometimes I drink after work, but you never brought this shit up to me.
Yeah, like it was an issue.
And then what she said was what we thought was going to happen, what she was going to say, here's the receipts on all the ways you said you were this way in the pods, but you were not in real life. And basically all she said was like, we didn't really talk, we didn't really go in depth and blah, 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 blah. I wasn't following her when it came to him being so different inside the pods versus outside the pods. She made it seem like he was a drunk, he was unhealthy, he was sloppy, he was all this shit. But then when it came to the reunion, she didn't have no receipts for him being like that. And he seemed to be very offended that the friend's girlfriend characterized him in that way because they're not even together anymore. And he met the girl 2 times before, he said.
I ain't gonna lie, like after watching this reunion, even my perception of Anton, well, I thought he was an alcoholic too. And I know in the previous, reviews that we've shot, I called him like a borderline damn near alcoholic because that's what it seemed like. But watching the reunion, it kind of seemed like maybe he doesn't really drink that much. This is the thing. When someone doesn't like you, they nitpick every little fucking thing about you. Allie did not like him. So she's going to find every little excuse, even though it doesn't make sense. She's just trying to find every other reason instead of just being 100 and saying, hey, Anton, I don't think we're compatible. Let's just call it.
Yeah. I don't think she took accountability for not cutting it off sooner.
Yeah. She definitely should have, because if, like you said, you got the biggest ick of your life behind a walk and some fucking slides, then you should have deaded it right then and there. You know who I commend for deading some shit based on like appearance and all that? Motherfucking Zach and that bitch with the,
Zach. Oh, her name was like Irene or some shit.
Irene, because it was Irene and Micah. They were like the mean girls. He knew right there she was not fucking with him.
Yeah.
Physically. And he literally said, listen, Irene, you don't find me attractive. It's fine.
Yeah.
Let's just go ahead and just end it right here.
And she didn't cut it off. Like, that's cowardly to me when you don't cut it off, but you don't like this person. That's why I have to conclude that you want to be on TV, because you can cut it off at any point in time. And then to know that you didn't bring up any of your concerns with him, but you made it to the altar. And I feel like what I saw in the pods was blah, blah, blah. That makes no sense to me. Why would you wait until you get to the altar and tell his mama to her face? Oh, yeah. I'm sure about him. I love him. I love your son.
She said,
why would you do that? That's fake to me.
My thing is, it's like, you talking about different person in the pods and outside the pods. Bitch, y'all got engaged after day one. So what information did you gather in one day to determine this man was different outside the pods than inside the pods?
What's going on?
It was the dream. It was the dream. Remember? Like I said, all of them are weird to me. Like, genuinely, all of them are very off-putting characters to me. None of them will be friends. Like, I would not be friends with now one of them.
But my thing is, they seem to be so buddy as a cast, and the intermingling.
They have so many pool parties at Mike's house and all kinds of shit, going to barnyards and shit, backdoor bars, honky tonks.
And I guess it's also, like we said before, the community, the scene out and about, it seems like very small. But
Very
the
small.
fact that they interact with each other in such a way of like, well, Casey was on Joe after Patrick, and then she was with Brennan, and Madison and Kate tried to talk to Brennan and talk to Nick. And why do y'all still feel the need to like intermingle with one another post the show? What is going on there?
I think because they're all fucking each other. And they all dated each other per se in the pod. They love to say that. Oh yeah, we dated in the past. It's like, I don't know. Maybe I'm weird, but like
We talked a couple times.
y'all didn't date. Y'all had one conversation. That's not date. But they're all like, yeah, we all dated. And
What I will say is though, there's a reactor that I follow who has a contact on the show, and said that there were way more love triangles and love squares than were shown on the season this season. And I think that kind of brings us to
why didn't we see that?
that brings us back to that question of like, what did y'all produce? Why did you see that?
What's the qualification? Like, genuinely, what are the qualifications for something to make the cut? Like, I would have loved to see a few love triangles.
Because Kate said she was really deep in with Brennan. We never saw one conversation of them together.
And how about that black girl and the other black guy? What happened with that?
Right. This was a really poorly produced season. I don't know how else to say that. And the reunion reflected that too, because let's close us out with the couple they saved for last, because I'm sure they thought, whatever the fuck.
They thought they was going to end it out on a bang, bitch, and it was flatline.
This still gave me nothing. It was flatline. It was flatline.
Flatline, flat train.
So we have KB, who says that Edmund was manipulative and production was a little clickbaity with that. Hold on, I have something right here. It wasn't even nothing. She just said she had a bad memory and she couldn't remember what she needed to say. Okay, KB. She said that Edmund was manipulative with his tears. He brought up her having PMS.
Oh my God.
They argued in front of everyone.
Mm-hmm.
What were your thoughts on?
My thoughts are no shade. I think KB is lying. I'm sorry. I don't think she's telling the truth. I don't think, knowing how Edmund is and how emotional this nigga is, you really think he will fucking manipulate you? Once again, stop making shit up when you just simply don't like the bitch. Like, stop making shit up so that you can find something wrong with them instead of just owning up to the fact that I simply don't like him or her. It has nothing to do with all this other bullshit. Talking about manipulation. Girl, what are you talking about?
I was so confused. I never got
girl, dead ass girl, like girl. Instead of trying to be Mother Teresa or fucking Captain Save a bitch, you need to save yourself. Because let's not forget, babe, you played the dog shit out of Edmund. No shade.
And I will say it's actually all shade, bitch, because you know how I feel about the fact that they even got their motherfucking altar. That, you know what's crazy? Yeah, that was a cute little heartfelt moment with Miss Welsh and shit. We shouldn't have even got to that motherfucking point. We shouldn't have been seeing no family. None of that. We shouldn't have gotten to that point. I still didn't understand what her point was, why she even needed that little ass bitty ass motherfucking piece of paper that have nothing written on. So
it made no sense to me. Like, it made no sense. It made no sense.
I didn't get it. And I didn't get what Edmund was saying. And then they're talking. And then all of a sudden it's like, can I get a hug? And then they hug. And it's like, oh.
It's not aw. This is strange.
This is weird.
Weird is strange.
This is also a perfect moment for a flashback. Why not play the I'm so fucking nice meltdown? Why not explore? Well, on 80s podcast, you said you slept on the balcony. Like, where are the follow-up questions for these people?
Or what about KB calling him a bitch?
She's like, I shouldn't have said you were a name. No, roll the tape and tell us why it built up so much. I still don't understand the story.
That's what she said there was so much built up. And that day at the mountain, she finally like blew up and called him a bitch. It's like, okay, so what led up to it? I think you just didn't like him. You got frustrated with everything, every little thing that he did. You got annoyed. He would piss you off.
Yeah.
And yeah, you called him a bitch because stereotypically he acts like a bitch. That's what I'm saying. Stereotypically, he acts like a bitch. Because she's so used to hard body niggas. So when she gets with a softie, a square, she's like, Did you peep Nick say that though? Did you peep Nick say, are you taking it as manipulation because you never had a guy that has been so, emotional and kind? Did you peep that shit that Nick said?
Yeah, and she said, I think it's both. Beyond that, much like Allie, they should not have taken it as far as they took it. You knew probably before Baja, before y'all left the pod, y'all knew, both you hoes knew a long time ago.
With the PMSing, I don't know if you peeped Madison, because Madison was behind, and she was like rubbing on KB. She was like, and when Edmund said, she was like,
yeah.
I was like,
sweetheart.
I was like, oh my God.
Because that was the appropriate response of like, why did you just bring up her PMS? Like, what, like, why? And then everyone else laughed. I'm like, I don't fuck with this cast hard, heavy. I don't fuck with Denver, I don't think, as a fucking area, region.
Oh, Denver ain't gonna ever catch me.
Baby, what's going on?
I'd rather go to Utah for a fucking ski trip than fucking Denver at this point.
Oh my God.
Because at least some Salt Lake City assholes, them Secret Lives of Mormon Wives and fucking Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, them bitches bring it. Y'all bitches bring zero, zilch.
Yeah, and I feel like...
And then why the fuck was you know what? Never mind. I was gonna say, why the fuck was KB Mama there?
Oh no.
KB Mama was there. Oh, Anton's new girlfriend was there too. They flashed her.
Yeah, we did find out that Anton has a new partner, Miranda or something like that. They've been together for like a year or some change. So they must have got together.
Opposite women.
If they've been together for a year, they must have got together soon after.
I guess in Denver they move fast because
he said they've been together for a year and a half. That's the same amount of time.
He said a year. I thought he said about a year.
Or about it. That's still what 6 months after productions.
Yeah, it's still fast. It's still fast, yeah.
But also to our point that we've made earlier, you don't know these fucking people. Y'all met over the course of a couple weeks. So I guess bounce back, especially if you're just dating, not married or, like in Megan's case. But what a child. I think the ending of this reunion was another bland ass cherry on the bland ass cake where Blake's ass, who ghosted the pods, didn't even ask Blake about why he ghosted Megan.
Didn't even put him on the motherfucking stage. Didn't even like ask questions. But you want to have him bring out a cake or a smoothie cake, whatever cake, chicken and fucking.
You have Blake come out and give Jordan a protein ice cream by Ninja, and then everybody got some yellow ass smoothie out the Ninja. And that's how we ended. Instead of a cheers with the infamous gold cups, that's how the Love is Blind season 9 reunion fucking ended. And then some B-roll footage of Anton's feet in them sandals.
Like, that was so not needed. That wasn't needed.
Any closing thoughts on this nothing burger of a fucking...
Never. It's really fuck all y'all. Because, like, what the fuck was that? Like, what was the quote that you said in the beginning? Like, you give us something, but at the same time, nothing.
Yeah, like you're giving us everything, but nothing at the same time.
Yeah, you're giving us everything, but nothing at the same time. It's like, because y'all had y'all's moments, right? Of like drama, right? But also too, it was still like nothing. It's like, this season and last season have been the absolute worst.
Duds.
That's why y'all hoes ain't getting that after the altar shit. Especially
what? Nobody made it to the nobody got married. We didn't ask Brendan no question. Brendan
didn't come. Anna didn't come. Blake came to bring some fucking ice cream.
No flashbacks.
No.
From the season. Except for the Patrick and Casey fake basketball game in the pods date.
And talking about she's sick, bro. She's sick. Yeah, she's sick. How about that? Like, y'all are like fucking weird. Like, y'all are just weird. Like, I don't know. Swinging ass cast, fucking each other. Friends, we're best friends. My best friends I've ever met in my life. We're best friends, but on the slick, I'm fucking her man. And on the slick too, I'm literally, as soon as she turns her head around, I'm gonna put my hands right on her man's chest. My paws. Just like that. As soon as she turns around or goes to the bathroom, then I'm gonna pounce on her man. This cast, the issue I have with it, I hate a passive aggressive bitch. I hate a nice nasty bitch. You bitches. Oh, I hate a nice nasty.
Just be nasty hoe if you gonna do that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all on the pussy ass, coward ass shit, and that's why nothing really came out because everybody's good, everybody's fine.
I hate that bullshit. Not everything is fine because you could say it out your mouth, but your body language and your energy is telling us otherwise. That shit ain't sweet, and that's okay. It don't have to be sweet. Y'all don't have to be besties.
It would actually give us better TV, bitch.
Right, if y'all actually be fucking real, just be real and just be like, I don't fuck with that bitch. You know why? Because like I don't like her because she honestly trying to fuck with my man.
And I'm gonna tell you this: you can always be classy with a clap back. You can always do that.
But always say,
it's fine, it's good. I don't give me that.
Like, be like, respectfully, I don't fuck with her.
That's how I felt about the Jordan and Megan shit. I was like, okay, Jordan, okay, Megan, we get y'all are mature, we get y'all are grown as fuck, but tell us how you really feel. Like, get
that's how it made you sad and it made you angry a little bit that this bitch jumped ship so fast and got pregnant when you introduced her to your son 3 months prior to her getting pregnant.
I think even with Megan, I would have loved for the host to pull out of her, like, so you obviously were going throughout the season of the struggle of love versus money and what you're used to. Tell us more about like how you came to grips or how you've changed since then, or like there were just so much more that you could have milked out of these bland ass people. And the fact that the hosts were not able to do that, I feel like this is the 9th season they've shown us they cannot handle this type of setting.
Yeah.
It was a horrible reunion. It was a bland ass season, from production to casting to the hosts. What are we doing here? We need a whole overhaul with this season, with this show. That's all I got on Miss Denver.
Like, fucking just I said last season, I said, Lord, please let season 9 be T. Y'all failed. Lord, please let season 10. Now 10? Season 10. That's a big number. Y'all hoes better fucking bring it. Because if not, I'm going to just have to not watch it anymore.
Because it's a waste of my damn time at that point.
Like, dead ass, I'm going to have to not be a watcher. And word on the street is, you remember Chelsea and Kwame?
Mm-hmm.
Apparently Chelsea helps with the casting. She doesn't make the final decisions, but she helps with the casting. Mm-hmm. So, bitch, I might need to DM Chelsea.
Do not DM that bitch. But something has to shake.
Right? That's what I'm like. How fucking dare you?
No. I just want them to pick better cities at this point.
I was literally about to say that. Pick a fucking better city because no shade, Denver, okay, it is a popular city, but
also, mind you,
worse.
I know it's black people there. I know it's maybe a smaller problem, but come on, y'all. Y'all got
black girl. It was 2 black girls. Virginia, she was the lighter skinned one, and there was a second black girl on season 8 in Minneapolis. She literally said that there's a huge Somalian community out there. There's black people, but they just don't cast them. They just simply just don't cast them. Like, that's just what it is. Us black people, we're literally everywhere. I'm pretty sure we're even in Antarctica.
And another thing too, they'll cast us and then not show us on screen at all. I mean, the best that they did was with Brett and Tiffany. That was probably the most normal.
They were normal as fuck.
Yeah.
And still married.
I love them.
Gorgeous couple.
They were also a little bit older too. I do like that they cast them a little bit. Let's get to the
later 30s. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and even late 20s is fine, but just give mid to late 20s at the youngest. Yeah. Well, I mean, do you have any final thoughts on this season, this cast's reunion? I see
what I need to say about these people. I'm not gonna waste my breath no more about them. I will, probably mute some hashtags because I don't want to see anything else with them. Y'all wasted people's time. Y'all wasted people's money, energy, everything. Because all y'all knew exactly what your intentions were on coming into this bitch. And you had us fooled for a second, but bitch, we caught on to the bullshit. It was a scheme that Ty set up to come to the bullshit, bitch. It was a scheme. This shit was a scheme.
This shit was a scheme. Well, thank y'all so much for tuning into all of our commentary videos on this season. We'll definitely do this potentially for other shows, but definitely for the next season
For
of Blue
sure.
Line. Make sure y'all like, hype, comment, share all the things, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye.